Welcome back, everyone. This is looking really good here. We are, of course, continuing to raise our walls. I think that it's easier to work from the inside out. So I think it would be easier to get this wall first. So let me see which walls those are. I think it says 10, and then we'll go from there. Let's see what's going on. All right. So let me go over to the instructions and see what we can get. Now they have a plan of starting here, coming around here, then after you get it here, then you go inside. And I think it's just easier to work inside when you can reach inside at the same level. So it's just a difference of opinion. I have plenty of nails ready. And it looks like that's 10. Yes, it looks like 10. 1, 10, 11, 12. Let's look at this diagram. You know, this is quite confusing because I think that it's not laid out just right. Well, maybe this is more of a process of elimination thing than a do what you want. I'm looking for these two walls, and these two walls seem to be not marked very well. Everything else is marked really well, except for this. So, yeah, I guess I'm just going to have to go with what they're saying. 9 and 15. I will separate those right now and save those for later, but then I'll try to work on I'll try this side first. Yeah, I think this one. Let's go for that. That's near the entryway, I think. So 4, 12, 11, 12, 13, and 4. 11, 12, 13 are on sheet 5. So let's look at what that looks like. Trying to find out which ones are which. You know what? I should have numbered these better, and I didn't. And that's what's happening here. Oh, I should try to go ahead and match them all up right now with where they're at. And then I'll know where everything is. I think that's a better goal, is to just try to determine where all the pieces are. This is going to take some room, though. Let's see, 15, 2 windows. Okay, that takes care of sheet 5. So I'm placing all of the walls on their sheets so I can identify them. And I guess I could label them individually with a piece of tape or something. I'm done with sheet 2. So that's completely done. Then I'm looking at the next view here. I'm really having to spread out all of the sheets. So this might take you a while, but I think it's best to spread them out and match all of the pieces right now, so you know you can just pick them up and start installing them. This is a little piece here. That's wall 8. I located wall 8, wall 7. It's close to that. Wall 17. Wall 6. Wall 4. Two doors. There's the one, 2 doors. Oh, that's wall 5. Wall 2 and 3. Those are identical, so there's 2 walls of 2 and 3. Okay, I've distributed all the pieces, so now I can draw from them very easily without getting confused about the pieces. So we need 13, 12, 11, and 13. I'm actually just going to write on them, so I can just quickly keep track. 13. 12. 11. And okay, so here's piece 4. Here's piece 11, 12, and 13. 11, 12, and 13. Okay, so let's see how this goes together. It looks like 4 is the longest and it runs all the way. So I really like using my square for this to keep, let's open this up, to keep this in the right position. And so 4, I'm checking the orientation for 4. And 4 runs very long. Okay, right there. So that's 4. Just get 1 to hold it in there, and 1 to hold it in the pivot, in this pivot point up here. So just 2 are holding it in. Double checking. Yep, that looks great. I'm going to put a few more in. Here's one towards the end. One towards the beginning. One towards the middle. So 4 to hold it down. Now, it looks like 13. So 13 is next. I can see it wants to grab that edge, and that's how we'll do it. Is this too big? Yes, that's too big. I need another square piece to do my alignment from. Let's see. Let me grab a square piece so I can align this a little bit better. Thinking about what you have at home, I'm only going to use a piece of paper to do this, and I'm going to put it in the corner, and I'm going to see how it sits. It would be better if it was bigger, but we don't have that. I'm just trying to make sure we use all the same tools that we have at home as here. Okay, that looks square. I'm going to put one in the pivot point in the top. There. Tying that in. Then we have another wall piece, wall 11. It says wall 11 is supposed to go right here, but I can see that's not going to work. Did I miss a notch on 13? Yes. I missed a notch on 13, so I'm going to pull that out for a second, and I'm going to cut a little notch in it. Okay, so I missed this part on 13, so I'll need to cut that out. And before I cut it out, I'm going to put another nail in. Here we go. The notch is complete. Now I can place 13 back and then put in the pivot. I call it the pivot because you can twist the wall a little bit from right to left with just this one in. And then they want wall 11. So here comes wall 11. That went right down there and right into place. It's not exactly square, but I'm relatively happy with this placement, so I'm just gonna leave it there. Let's get some more in the top. Once the tops are tied in, you can square the wall a little bit better. That looks good. And then we need 12. And 12 is coming off of this piece here. Okay. Now that all these pieces are tied in, I'm starting to think, boy, I should really be nailing the bottoms as I go along because I'm kind of like boxing myself out. So I'm going to get some more nails in the sides. Just trying to lock this in a little bit more. It's really hard to reach inside, but we're making it work. Putting 2 in the bottom of piece 11. When I mean in the bottom, I mean going through the foam in the bottom. So I know it's hard to see with the camera in the top position. Okay. Let's get one more over here. I'm trying not to obstruct the camera, but it is quite difficult to reach in. All right, so now that that one's in, I would really have liked to do this one first. I think this is going to be the hardest one, the bathroom. So maybe that can make sense if I eliminate the other ones. Process of elimination. Well, I can do 2, 3, 2, 3, 17, 5, and 2. 2, 2, 3, 5, 17. 2, 3, 5, 17. Two, 3. What? There's like they're identical. Oh, how weird. Oh, these are the closets. I think these are the closets for the bedrooms. So they're opposing closets. This is something I actually see a lot. So this is going to go here. And this is going to go here. And 17 goes in the middle. Okay, I like this stack. This is going to get done really quick. 2, 3, 17, and 5. That is huge. Oh, I see. They mean 5 runs. That's right. Yes. They mean that 5 runs like the whole length. Let's see what we have here. We have a doorway there, and we have a door. Yes. So this is actually making a lot of sense then. Okay. Wow. That's going to be a lot right now. This is going super, super quickly. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm going to have to do a check for square. I can see that that's going to be very important here in this position. And then my priority, oops, I just bumped this. Okay, I didn't. Okay, it's too much pressure, so I'm going to need to move that around a little bit. Wow, okay. My main concern is that I'm not going to align with 5 very well. So I'm going to put those in first. There we go. There. There's my alignment with 5. 5 is, that looks really well aligned. Okay. I know that this wall needs to go inside here in that space. We'll get that in. There we go. Boy, everything is just falling into place very quickly now. Okay. Okay. I'll probably tie 5 into the larger wall here to provide structural support for the longest back wall on the top. This is the nail I always like to get in first, this one. So this, that will help, these 2 nails will help keep that aligned while I work out the other details here. Getting this aligned. That looks pretty good. I'm going to get the tops in. That's looking nice. I didn't understand that 5 ran the whole way. It looked like there were smaller pieces, but this is huge. Huge for us because it provides a lot of rigidity throughout this entire structure. And I'm not doing a lot to check for square with these walls here, 2 and 3, because they have small channels. The small channels should align between this exterior wall and the interior wall 5. So I'm not spending a lot of time like trying to flex it or look at what's going to happen on that. I do need to tie in the interior wall. I'll do that later. So 5 was huge, and then 6 is on the other side, so that must also be a big wall. My guess is right. Yeah, that's pretty big. 6 is big. No. Yep. Everything is falling into place very quickly now. This is very exciting. I'm going to get the top one in. There we go. One nail in the top. And I'm going to adjust the bottom, align it here, and get that one. Wow. This is going really quickly. That's great. Okay, looking for the next move here. I'm checking. Of course, I'm checking the plans. We did this area here first. Then I moved over here, but quickly realized that this one needed to come next. This little zigzag piece is part of the other walls. So most of that's in except for piece 14. So let's get piece 14. Piece 14 supposedly goes here. That's why I'm not nailing all of these in just yet, because there's quite a bit of flex that's going to have to happen here. And it's not all perfect. So first I'll align the top with the edge. I always like to get the top nail first so I can flex the bottom a little easier. Okay. This is all tying in nicely. Another top nail in here. We need some more nails. I'm going to finish anchoring this. Wow, this is going so fast. 8. It looks like somehow 8 is next visually. Okay, everything is going so quickly now. I'll probably just get a whole bunch of the nails in. I don't want to box myself out too much and then not be able to get more alignment with the other pieces. Let me look. That looks good right there. So I'm getting a few nails in to secure the bottom, where the bottom's going in. And I definitely want to get one in this little interior wall. So this reaching in here is going to be very difficult. I'm try to reach around the corner and get the, oh boy, it's tough. How am I going to get that? Wow. I got one in, but it was very difficult. It would be even more difficult if you had to reach straight down. Also, you can get nails going in through the side and grab the other wall member. I put them at a diagonal angle downward, and that seems to grab the other wall section. It's creating a lot more rigidity. Okay, I can still get some nails by reaching in this room here and there, so I'm not feeling I'm limited in that aspect. I just really needed to get this one. For some reason, this one in here was going to get a lot harder. So I'll just put a few more in on this close side while they're easy. Just reaching right in and getting the lower nail. Reaching over from the side. Okay, that seems like that's been tied in very well, very nicely. One more over here. It's tough. That nail's sticking out a little bit, but I think it's going to be okay. Wow. We're looking at putting in a few more here, so I think I can reach through this side, so that's going to be easy. And then reaching through this side will be easy, so I'm not worried about being constricted there. Probably just here. I want to get another one vertically in this side. There we go. Great. Okay, I'm really liking that. Wall 10. Wall 10 is another doorway. It looks like the door is on the left side, or excuse me, the right side. This is going in very snug, which is good because that's what you want, but it's also very, you don't want to move your hand too much when you're doing this because you will break some of these little wall pieces. There. This is all the way down. Great. That's so snug it almost doesn't even need any nails, but of course I'm going to put nails in it. Put 2 nails on the top. That's great. All right. We are really moving. So we're going to be finishing off this the front area here. Those walls are coming next. Those would be, we put in 14, so that's done, and this is going to be 9, 7, and 15. And we'll have worked our way all the way out. So this is going really well. So quick. Now that all the walls were completed, it's just really standing them up. So that's, this is great. This is really great. Let's take a pause here. Looking really good on the wall sections. We need to have 4 more now. So let's see how we can start closing this up. Okay, as I refer to my sheet, I'm on sheet 7. I finished everything except wall 15, wall 9. I think I'm going to want to work from left to right. I think that's going to be the easiest thing for me to do in this situation. Also, I'm going to start blocking off some more things. So, okay. Yeah, 9. 9's next. Let's get 9. Oh, I'll give that a point. 9's right here. In real life, 9 is right here. So we're going to get that now. There's something weird going on with wall 9. I'm going to double check that I finished it correctly. It looks like I might be missing a part. It's better to catch it now than when it's, nope. Everything's great. Everything looks great. And I left this one not nailed in exactly so I could flex it a little bit if I need to, but it doesn't look like I'll need to. This is great. Let me grab my nails now. Come here, nail. And I like to put one in the top first. There, straight down in the corner. That ties in the wall. So now that we're tied in, I can rotate this a little bit if I need to. Okay, so that's looking good. And since we're intersecting so many things here, I don't want to just start putting nails in yet. I don't want to start securing it yet because I might need to flex it a little bit. We have a little bit of an opening right here where we're going to join another section. So the next section is 7. I think 7 will start to tell part of the story. So here comes 7. All right, 7 is dropping in right here. Okay, that's good. It's loose though. It's loose. And now we're going to get wall 8 and 15. These are our last 2 walls, so, oh boy, this is so exciting. Oh boy. I'm going to leave wall 15 for the last part. Let's see. I'm guessing it goes like this. Yes. Uh-huh. And then there's some type of piece that joins these two like this. Okay. Like that. Okay. So I ran into problems with this if I don't put one nail in the top. So what I like to do, because the little channel, we cut it perfectly, I like to put one nail up on top. There we go. And that can let me move it around on the bottom. It can let me move it around from side to side a little bit, pivot it a little bit. We can flex it. Now it can't flex much, but that's okay. We don't need it to flex a lot. We just need it to flex a little bit. So here, this one, ooh, I think before I put that wall in, I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna try something different with this. That piece isn't coming out very easily, so I'm gonna try to dig the nail out. There it is. And I haven't done this yet, but what I think I'm gonna do is do one of these like this. So I can just tie this together and then just nail it in the appropriate spot. This seems like this should go together right now. So I'm gonna get some nails in it. I hope this is, so I'm just gonna put 2 for now and then kind of look at it. See what happens. So that goes there and that goes there. Okay, I like the way this is looking. I'm gonna check with the other piece here. Okay, great. I'm very happy with this. Okay, I like it. So now that I'm relatively happy with how things are going together, I'm going to get in a few more nails. So let's start at the top again. Let's get this one in. And we're going to flex this over, that over. And we're trying to maintain our 90 degrees while we're putting these in. Okay, this looks really great. I'm liking all the alignment. All the alignment looks great here. Very, very pleased with that. So let's get a few more nails in. I'm going to tie in the corner. That really got me a lot of rigidity as soon as I got the corner piece in. So the corner is making a lot of structural enhancement to our flexible model here. Okay. Great. All right. Well, that went a little bit too far. Oh no, I see what has to happen. I have to put the other piece in a little bit more. Okay, so I thought the threshold was crooked, but that actually isn't true. It was, the bottom was still moving, needed to move out more. That's great. Okay, I'm very happy with how my nailing has gone. So now I'm going to get a couple more nails in and try to secure this front piece. So I'm going to do 2 or 3 on the bottom here. Let me get that in. There. I think that that is pretty good. I'm tying in the corners and I'm putting the nails diagonally in, going downward, there. So we can join, oops, I poked myself. So please be very careful so that doesn't happen to you. And, well, sometimes we're just gonna make a few little mistakes like that. But good, I made it instead of you. So please learn from Mr. Patino's mistakes and do not poke yourself with the nails. I'm getting a few more in here, so that's 2. Let's just go ahead and put a third one in. Okay, I like the way all of that is looking. I'm very happy with all of this. I think I need to nail up here to grab that. So I'll be putting a nail in diagonally to grab this wall, wall 9, to this wall here, and that is wall 5. If I'm not mistaken. Yes, that's wall 5. It's the wall that runs all the way down. So let's grab that. And then I'm going to grab this one as well. Let's grab this. Okay. I'm going to get 3 or 4 nails here on the bottom. And that's going to get me almost to the end. So once this is secure, then I'm going to think that I've reached a little bit of a stopping point. Two, 3, 4. That seems pretty good. Okay. How much rigidity are we getting? That's great. That's great. That's great. Not too much here. I wonder why. Oh, it's because these 2 aren't tied in. That will make a box. Okay, it looks like we need some more pieces. So this is interesting on what's going to happen next. I'm going to explore that later. It looks like we're putting in a header, and that header is going right here. I'm going to put the fluorescent highlighter in that position so you can see. So there's a header that goes over this recess there. Okay. Wow. Oh my goodness. Just looking at all this is quite something. There is a piece here, 1, 2, and the header, 3. I think we're 3 pieces away from being done with the walls and getting all the walls up. So this is really exciting. Um, let's see, what can I read about here? There's something, let's see. Okay, it does want us to check the diagonal again. I did think we did that. Let me double check one more time because I think we do have a really true house, and it was 31 and an 8. Yes, 31 and an 8. And then this one was also 31 and an 8. Try not to pull it too much. 31 and a 16th. I might be off 1/16. 31 and 1/16. Diagonally, it's off by only 1/16 of an inch. I am completely satisfied with that. So again, I'll just show you. We're measuring from this corner to this corner. I think the numbers you can see easier on this. And then we're measuring from this corner to this corner. And this technique is really the same technique that you do in furniture building. This says 31 exactly. Let me check with a different ruler. I mean, hey, maybe this says 31 exactly. So let me actually get another tape measure. This is making me think that I should check it with my other tape. And just even before I measure this again, I'm really, I mean, to be off a 16th of an inch is really accurate. $31 and an 8. $31 and an 8. Oh my goodness. I am really blown away at the accuracy of this. Wow. Oh, why is that important? Okay, great to talk about at this point. Without the building being square, the trusses are not going to sit square on the building, which would, in our case, not make too much of a difference, but in real life could lead to some structural compromises. The building and all of its engineering and all the calculations really come from the proper assembly of all of these members. And that is what really makes this withstand earthquakes and the seismic, and makes us compliant with the seismic regulations that we have. Okay, so I'm going to see what I can do about the beam that has to go here and see about tying that in. It looks like it's a 4x6 piece. Let's see what we have left of that. That's one of the larger pieces. So, oops, there's spilled nails everywhere. Don't do that. I'll have to clean that up later. Always seal the bag of nails. Don't be like Mr. Patino. Let's see, where is that? There's 4x. Here it is. I found a piece of it here. So here's a piece of what I think is the 4x6. I'm going to try to cut this and get this nailed in right now, so we can just put this to rest. Visually, I'm trying to get it right in the right spot and cut it a little bit longer. Let me double check the directions. We don't have a lot of this to waste, so step 11. Step 11 right here. Cut a 4x6 porch beam 4¼ inch long and nail on top of the special corners you built for walls 9 and 15. Nail the porch beam. Look at the photograph on this sheet which shows the porch beam and you can see what has to be done. Oh, really? You just want us to look at this black and white picture and then go from there. There are several different little markings on this, and I am not impressed with the picture. But let's get the beam in first, and then I think I can answer the rest of the questions on that. Okay, using some of my 4x6, and I'm going to be sanding quite a bit here. I do that because I don't want to waste the 4x6. If I waste it, okay, great. If I waste it, I'm going to be in big trouble. Just going with my sandpaper here. Okay. There we go, nice and snug. You want it snug. Wow, that looks great. Okay. This picture is terrible, by the way, so I mean, I'm trying to look at it. They put another piece on top, and they run it all the way over. Okay. So then, they're actually saying you need to get another piece and put it on top. Let's see, this one? Yes, I have a little bit of a leftover piece here, so I'm just going to use this. Getting a 2x4, holding it in place. I'm not liking the way it looks. Sanding the edge to get it nice and square. There we go. Okay, nice and snug, in place. All right, now we're going to need another piece that's going to go up here on top. This is much longer, so please be careful when you cut this 2x4 section. We're always cutting just a little bit more than we need and sanding down. By that I mean it's usually about 1/8 of an inch longer than it needs to be. And then I just sand it and get that really nice snug fit that I want. There, that looks great. Okay. I'm going to start by aligning everything over the header and getting that nail in first. So just to be clear, now that I have all of my pieces ready, I'm going to put one straight down here. This is going to tie them all together. Okay, now that that's tied all together, then I can manipulate the rest of it a little bit easier. And then I'm going to get another nail in straight down from the top. That grabbed it. So first a nail that's to the right of wall 5, slightly to the right, then a nail that's into the overhang of wall 5, straight into the top of the 4x6 header. And all this is happening in this area right here where the pencil is. Let's try to bring it in a little bit closer. I think this is really, really important. Am I in the right spot? Yep. Okay. Let's talk about this a little bit more. First, I'm holding the 4x6 and the two top 2x4s with my hand, and I put a nail here. And this aligns all of them in a stack. Here first. Then second, the nail goes here into the end of wall 5. That grabs the 4x6 header on the bottom. Now I'm working my way over, and I'm going to put another nail straight in the top after I'm holding this so that it stays aligned. That means that the stack stays true to itself. There's not any wiggling going on. Now, I put one in the middle. I'm going to put one right here at the end. There's another nail in. I'm going to push in. I'm going to squeeze. Squeezing those two. Another nail right here, grabbing the small piece that you can't see it. It's right underneath here, but it's coming through from wall 8. Okay, that ties in wall 8 to this corner. Now this box is rigid, so I have a lot of strength here. The last thing is to secure this. So I'm going to put in 1, 2, 3 more nails in here, and I'm going to align them with the vertical studs in the wall. So I'll hide those nails directly inside. Squeezing with my finger. Squeezing with my finger. Oops. Excuse me. I just moved my chair. I'm going to get this one first. This one's going into the vertical wall section. Great. This one's going into the vertical stud. Oh, I hit a nail. I hit another nail. Got it. This time it's in. If you hit a nail, withdraw and try another position. 2. Last one. Perfect. I am really happy with the way that all turned out. The only piece I'm missing is right here to the left, so I will move this slightly to the left. There. So you can see the context. There is one small piece missing here. I don't know why that didn't go in earlier. It seems like an oversight to me. So I'm actually going to mark it. I'm marking it with my highlighter, and this is wall 9. I'm going to go mark that on my drawing. It's all the way up, and then it leaves a little bit. It goes all the way to the edge. I'm just making a note to myself on this. I think there's a missing piece. Great, now that my notes are complete on that, I'm going to try to finish off this last little bit. I'm looking for one last little piece of 2x4. This piece almost fits in there. I'm just going to use this. This was a harder piece, a piece that was really high density. So nailing it won't be easy, but we'll get it. It's almost perfect. Perfect. There we go. Let's get our last few vertical nails in, starting at this end. One, two, three, backing out, four. And that completes the assembly of the walls. Let me back this all out for a final view. Let me go up higher with the camera, adjusting it, clearing the workspace. This is always hard to set up. Okay, try to move this just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so this this seems like we have completed all of the steps. I'm double checking. A great thing to remember here is 15 and 16. All the walls are joined and nailed together. Make sure they are square as possible and straight up and down. Now you can nail it through the sole plates and interior walls into the work base. Okay, we use our rafter square. That can help. If in some of the small places, just fold over a sheet of paper and make that square. Use that, the paper edge as a square. A piece of colored paper is preferable because the base is white. So I think contrast helps you see it a little bit better. And I am really just so happy with the way this came out. I'll probably put a few more nails in to tie it into the base a little bit better and the walls into each other. But this is done. Excellent. So happy with the way that it came out.